Hello to my Taurus family. This is Barb at Mystic Door Tarot, and thank you so much for joining me. So let's jump in and see what the cards are indicating for you, Taurus, for the week of October 24th through the 30th, 2022. And keep in mind, these are very general readings. These are not one-on-one readings. Some things will resonate, some will not. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and help support my channel. So let's get started. First up, the Nine of Wands. Next, the Page of Cups. Major Arcana card, Strength. And the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Taurus, if you're really tuned into your intuition this week, it is guiding you in the right direction, as I feel you're being divinely guided, provided you're hearing the message from your angels and guides. This is what I feel is a very loving energy that's guiding you, supporting you, putting you on the right path in regards to your future. So with that being said, let's take a look at your cards. Now, your first card here, it's your anchor card for the reading. You have the Nine of Wands. Now, what's really interesting on this Knight of Wands is this individual has an owl sitting on his shoulder. It's an indication that something that might be unexpected that'll be coming your way, you are ready for it. Nine of Wands is being prepared. Not so much being on the defensive, but being prepared, Taurus. And if you look at all these wands here in the background, that's your experiences, that's your wisdom, that's what you've been through. And right now, you're kind of reviewing and calling upon those experiences. Maybe basing a decision based on those past experiences. So there's something that you're preparing for. And you know, Taurus, that whether it comes or not, you are prepared, and that's all that matters. This is Sagittarius, this card in energy. It's ruled by the moon. Now, Sagittarius has the characteristics of being very progressive, adventurous, but unpredictable. And so I feel that is the energy that's pretty much kicking off your reading. That something you're thinking about or reviewing, something is unpredictable. And on top of that, this card's ruled by the moon. So there's something that is possibly hidden, something you can't see, something that might pop up in the future. And right now, you're taking the steps, you're making the plans, you're being very practical, Taurus, and following your gut instincts. And this individual is actually wearing the crown of the Great Pumpkin, which is a pinnacle of spiritual strength. So I feel for the Taurus individuals that are really spiritually connected and following your instincts, following your intuition, you are preparing for something on the horizon. Nine of Wands here is an energy, a card about wisdom and strength gained through your experience. It is your perseverance, and it is seeing things through, using your inner reserves. Definitely a card of taking action of some sort, Taurus. Now the next card, the plot thickens. And if you've been following my readings for some time, whenever the Page of Cups turns up, I just feel expect the unexpected, which follows suit as to why you have the Nine of Wands. So something can be showing up quite unexpectedly. I'm I'm like picking up the phrase where it would have blindsided you, but you're preparing, you're taking the steps for this uncertainty. As with this Nine of Wands, you're already looking at past experiences, looking at the situation at hand. And with this particular Page of Cups, look here at the footing. Look at his footing. Very uncertain footing here. And really looking in the background, it looks like there's some kind of break in the wall where all the water is pouring through and slipping through. And all these pumpkins are headed that way. So there is something possibly quite unexpected that could arise. Maybe not this week, but I feel this is more coming up. But it is this week that you're taking the steps to prepare. Now your next card, Major Arcana card, Strength. And I'm immediately drawn to the tree here in the background. It's more really like the background of these cards. Look at this. The background of the cards are showing the potential of what might be coming that you're preparing for. The upcoming winter season. So it's about survival. It's about being very instinctive and trusting in your intuition above everything else. And the Strength card always is an indication to approach people or situations where there's a conflict or maybe a difference of opinion, to just approach it with love and compassion. So whatever you're preparing for with the Nine of Wands, there could be others that don't agree with why you're making arrangements or preparing or saving money or doing things that are going to benefit you in the future. And the Strength card is Leo's card in energy. Very strong energy. And we do always see the infinity symbol, otherwise known as the lemniscate. That represents the interaction of energy and matter. And you can see it on her hat here. So possibly getting yourself to a place of indestructibility, because that is what that represents. I do feel you're divinely guided. I'm just seeing, looking at the face in the clouds here. You have support. You're being watched over. And the number 8 of the Strength card, it does indicate abundance, but abundance doesn't always have to be in a monetary sense. It can be an abundance of wisdom, as we do see the owl here on that individual's shoulder, the one who's making plans and preparing. And there's a couple of faces on the card. She's got a face on her shoulders. You can't see like the one on the other side here, but look at this. So very much feels like you're being watched over. There's an influence and a support of being guided, supported, and looked after. Now, your last card, the Knight of Pentacles, a really interesting one to see the Knight of Pentacles on what looks like to be a praying mantis. Now, a praying mantis is a sign of good luck and good fortune. This represents wealth, success, but it's also a symbol of meditation and contemplation. Very mindful movements is what this creature does. So the Knight of Pentacles is usually a very slow-moving knight. Definitely a message here about planting the seeds this week where you'll be able to harvest later on. So for this week, Taurus, you're following your intuition. You're doing something this week that is going to benefit you down the road. Now, I also find it very interesting that in some cultures, they view a praying mantis that if this insect gives you one wrong look, it can make you sick. So this might be a sign of something to do with your health, that what you're doing now this week is going to prevent you from being ill in the future. It is truly a symbol of kind of pointing you in the right direction, Taurus. And we see the knight here. He is holding up the pentacle. Now, keep in mind, pentacles have to do with your money, your finances, could be your job, and also your health. Almost like this praying mantis is carrying this Knight of Pentacles above what's happening on the ground. We do see the moon in the background, so it's something that is unforeseen. So definitely Knight of Pentacles is planting the seeds for your future, taking action now. And it's a very preventative energy that you're going to benefit from, Taurus, later on. Now, your numerology for your tarot cards, you have 9, 1, 8, and 9. And that is 19, which reduces down to 10. So something might be finishing up, a phase or a cycle. It can be in regards to relationships, where you're living, your health, your job. So it's like a chapter or a phase, a cycle might be closing and reducing the 10 down to 1. There is a new direction, a new beginning, a new path, a new journey. I'm really picking up more like a new path for you, Taurus. Maybe possibly something you didn't take it seriously before, but you are now. So you're moving in a certain direction, planting the seeds for your future. Now let's take a look and see which crystal is being suggested for you this week. Rose quartz. Okay, rose quartz. Let me grab mine. Let us bring rose quartz into your reading. Well, it's a very healing energy, clearing out any stagnant energy from before, any low vibrational energy, anything that might be harmful to you. Rose quartz clears all that out. It is an indication of, in regards to your heart, being filled with happiness. So what you're preparing for down the road, you're going to be so happy that you did. So I do feel that something that you're doing this week, some kind of, preparation is really going to pay off big time in the future for you, Taurus. Okay, your oracle message for the week ahead. Oh, wow. Ancestors. So many signs have been receiving the Ancestors card. And the fact that it's really honing in like on DNA might be an indication of some kind of breakthrough in the health industry. The message here says the love and legacy of our DNA. But what this card's specifically referring to is we are a product of those who have lived before us. And that is, DNA-wise. Externally, we can resemble our parents, our grandparents, or other family members. But inside, it gets even more interesting because we're talking about our blood types and genetics. And there might be something coming in that it's going to change what we were predispositioned to, because it's been in the DNA. And I really love this card and energy. So many are getting it. I feel it's more than a message of the ancestors are looking after us. It's got to do with the new technology, the biotechnology that's out there, that you see this DNA strand in the trunk of the tree. You have the support of those who came before you. So if there's any kind of struggles or difficulty, you now have everything that you need. Now, there's a poem with the Ancestors card that I want to read to you. I walk in their footsteps, their wisdom inside me remains. I am unique, yet carry a legacy. Their blood runs in my veins. And I love that. It's honoring who came before you, but then doing what's best for you in the here and now, Taurus. Last message for the week ahead is from the Making Magic deck. You received on target, follow your ideal life path. Wow, there you go, Taurus. Final message is indicating follow your intuition, which is going to lead you on your ideal life path. Well, there you have it, Taurus. That was your messages and guidance for the week ahead. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to subscribe, help support my channel, and love and abundance. Good health to my Taurus family.